I've seen a number of comments on my videos on immigration where people are questioning, why do immigrants come to Canada if they have so much money already? They're asking indirectly why anyone would come here if they're already doing well in their home country. Now, I realize that for too many of those commenters, their entrenched beliefs say that immigrants come halfway around the world and leave everything behind just to take our minimum wage jobs and mooch off the system. Because they can't wrap their head around the idea that immigrants from somewhere else might actually have the means to do so. So let me tell you why Canada is among the most sought-after countries to immigrate to. For starters, it's due to our country's exceptional quality of life, robust health care and education system, and our liberal ethic of multiculturalism. For many well-off individuals, immigrating to Canada is not solely about economic necessity, but about seeking a higher quality of life and greater stability for their families. Key motivators often include, as mentioned, our world-class education, universal health care, and freedom from geopolitical instability. And that one is an important one because, let's be honest, it doesn't matter how much money you have if you're at risk of dying or being imprisoned for your beliefs in your home country. I think a lot of born Canadian people, especially those who have never traveled the world, live in this little bubble. They take so much of what we have here for granted. Maybe they assume everywhere else in the world is just as free, just as safe, and has just as many opportunities as we have. And that's a whole other side issue. I see too many people bitching and complaining about Canada when they have no clue how fortunate they are to have been born here. And they squander their privilege because they cannot truly appreciate what it is they have. They can't imagine why anyone would want to come here because they view Canada as some shithole. I see the whining and crying on the daily here on social media. And yet rarely do they do anything about it except complain. When they don't realize how good they actually have it and that their own lack of success isn't the fault of the government or their hardworking immigrant neighbor. But they can't blame themselves. No. That would be just too painful. So they find an external victim to blame. So here's a wake-up call. In many countries, even wealthy citizens can be vulnerable to political upheaval, social instability, or corruption. Canada's reputation as a safe, peaceful, and politically stable country is a major attraction. And regardless of what the whiners say, Canada is indeed a safe country. Canada's low crime rates and consistent rule of law offer significant peace of mind that may not be available in another country. Also, wealthy individuals are often motivated to protect their assets and capital from volatile domestic economies or unstable regimes by moving them to a secure, well-regulated country like Canada. Next, well-off immigrants are willing to prioritize their children's future and seek broader opportunities for their families. Canada is known for its high-quality education system, from public schools to top-ranking universities. For families who can afford to move, securing a superior and internationally recognized education for their children is a big motivator. And while the wealthy may not need a new job themselves, a Canadian education or status can create global career opportunities for their children that might be limited wherever they came from. Canada's multiculturalism also creates a diverse and innovative business environment. But for many, too, the move to Canada is driven by a desire for a different lifestyle, not just economic gain. Compared to other developed nations, Canadians work fewer hours and place a higher value on leisure time. This results in an attractive work-life balance that is not always possible in more intensely competitive countries. Canada's reputation as a tolerant, open-minded, and multicultural society is very appealing. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms provides a sense of security and belonging for immigrants of all backgrounds. An immigrant from India explained that they left despite being well off due to factors like a poor work-life balance and a feeling of being undervalued. In their home country, they said they felt the system treated people as worthless or valueless unless they were very rich. So yeah, hope that helps explain why immigrants choose Canada despite already having financial security elsewhere. Of course, again, the haters just won't get this. Their eyes glazed over and spittle started drooling off their lip about 3 minutes ago. Peace out, and if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.